I think there is a lot to learn from other countries, but we've got to do things in our own way. And that's precisely what the Uluru Statement has offered up, right? It's offered up a uniquely Australian solution. And the solution that they proposed is very, very well suited and in keeping with Australia's constitution. Like, it's a uniquely Australian way of solving this. And many constitutional experts would say it's constitutionally conservative for that reason, because it fits with the nature and philosophy of our constitution. Think about what our constitution is, right? When the representatives of the colonies in the 1800s came together and united to create this constitution, this country, Australia, they guaranteed each of the historic political communities, they guaranteed each other a voice, an equal voice in our political system. That's why Tasmania gets the same number of senators as New South Wales and Victoria, because our constitutional compact is founded on the idea that the historic political communities deserve a guaranteed say, even the very small ones, right? But there were no Indigenous representatives in those negotiations. So as a result, the most ancient of political communities was completely left out of that original deal. So this is a way of fixing that original omission in a way that is really in keeping with the Constitution. And that's partly because it's benefited from conservative input over the years, right? For example, the constitutional conservative, the Liberal MP, now Liberal MP, Julian Leeser, was involved with Noel Pearson and myself and Cape York Institute, other Indigenous leaders. He and other constitutional conservatives inputted into this concept way back in 2014. And Julian, who very protective of the Constitution, like in his maiden speech, he said, for his 10th birthday, he asked for a copy of the Constitution, not for a BMX bike, a copy of the Constitution. That's how much he loves our Constitution, right?
So he's probably good recite.
Exactly. He wrote in 2016 of this amendment, he wrote, "This is the kind of clause that Griffith Barton and their colleagues might have drafted had they turned their minds to it." You know, so this is not just a progressive cause. It's not just a Labor cause. In fact, it was a cause championed by some important conservative experts before it became a Labor thing, even before the Uluru Statement. But even before that, Indigenous leaders have been asking for a voice for at least 100 years, right? Since William Cooper in 1937 petitioned the British King asking for a voice in Parliament. And the Bark petitions, the Yolngu people, asked for their voices to be heard when government makes decisions about them. And then the Barunga Statement in 1988, they asked for a national Indigenous body. And subsequently, ACSIC was created, but it was created without any constitutional underpinning, only legislation. And so when the politics came and changed and problems arose, it was chucked out, right? So you can see this is the culmination of 100 or more years of Indigenous advocacy that has also benefited from input and expertise from both right and left politically. So we're in a perfect situation now. We've got a fantastic, robust, modest constitutional amendment